Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and today I'm discovering Worthing, or at least part of Worthing. I'm down by the seaside pier, the lovely Art Deco seaside pier in Worthing, and I'm going to take a little stroll east. Now last year I made a video where I walked through Worthing having a quick shufty at it through Warwick Street down, and I headed west. But this time I want to go east because there's some very interesting things to have a look at. For example, on my left there is the Dome Cinema. Beautiful, lovely Dome Cinema, which featured in the Wish You Were Here film back in the, oh golly, now you're testing me, something like the 1980s, with Tom Bell and Emily, I can't remember her name. So if we carry on taking a stroll along the lovely prom, which if you go this way you can carry on walking and even cycle right down to Shoreham, which is rather cool. You pass the Denton Gardens where lots of events take place, including motor shows and gala shows, and I think even the Importance of Being Earnest author, whose name of course now has run out of my head because I happen to be wanting to remember it. Worthing is definitely a place worth discovering because there's so many different aspects of it, and the season is just about to start, which is very exciting. I'm filming in March, but look, the sun is shining, everything is lovely, and the sea, although out at the moment, it comes in and people come en masse to sit there and enjoy it. I think in years gone by, going back to the Victorian period, they used to play cricket out when the sea was far out because it goes back such a long way. I don't think you see many people playing cricket these days, but there are paddleboarders, kayakers, all sorts of people in wetsuits rummaging around, and of course the kids love to paddle and look for shells and crabs and all those sort of things. So we have all sorts of students coming in, student exchanges, which is fantastic, and of course people are moving from Brighton because that's become far too expensive and moving west into Worthing and beyond and taking up because the cost of the houses here are a reasonable price and they're a very nice place too. So Denton Gardens is on my left, but we're going to carry on to Splash Point because Splash Point is an interesting area that has recently been regenerated. So here we are, this is Splash Point, which for a long time was a bit of a forlorn and forgotten place. Of course it looks a little bit barren now, I grant you, but actually when it gets going this is all quite fun because water sprays up from the ground and the kids love to run around through the spray past these great big blocks of slate. If we continue round we'll get to the pitch and putt, or the crazy golf that it is, which is behind this shelter here, and then we'll find that the swimming pool, the newly developed swimming pool I should add, is there, which of course has all the leisure facilities as you might expect. But before we get to our cafe spot where I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee, I just want to take you through here because we also have sand volleyball, which is great fun. So through here and you'll see our Denton Gardens, again not yet populated, but we have a good game of golf, at least I think it's crazy golf unless they've changed it all, and then there's some more gardens up here. We're at the back of Coast Cafe now, but here get into volleyball, and in the season great fun for everyone. And I should be doing a lot more reports in Worthing throughout the coming years, well throughout the coming season, and seeing what we can see. I'm going to take a quick nip past the playground here where there's a rather lovely ship and kids doing all their stuff, and take you up to have a look at the sea on the top of the little parade up here. Just run up these steps and there you get a lovely view towards the pier and Coast Cafe where I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee. So just going to take a little trip back down again. We rush past here and another little play area past Beach House, of course, which is a very old Georgian establishment, lovely building, lovely grass area. You can see the swimming pool behind me there. And then we get some giant pebbles. There we are, look. Another fun area for the children. They run round here, get soaking wet, enjoy it, lots of laughter and lots of fun. And we come back down to the sea, seeing into the distance Brighton, Shoreham and beyond. Well, Coast Cafe's back this way, so I'm going to have myself a nice cup of coffee. But before I get there, we have the arts studios, lots of studios, Studio 34 there, people working away, getting ready for the season. And all their work will be out on display here on the pavements, and people can have a cup of coffee at Coast and see this marvellous art establishment, which is really great, right on the seafront, which just makes all the difference really. And here we go, Coast Cafe, which I have to say is a brilliant cafe. It's recently extended at the back and you get quite a lot of space inside. But what I like best of all, of course, is that you can come into and onto the beach itself. And plenty of seating, and this gets very busy and it's open all throughout the season and of course into the evening, which takes me back onto the beach. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And here we are with the seagulls and slowly the setting sun and the view of the pier. It's lovely. So I've been discovering Worthing very swiftly in this video, but maybe you fancy coming down and looking at it yourself and taking in all the wonderful views. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it and I'll see you on one of my next walks. Until then, goodbye.